We are live. Cheers. Is this happening or not? Oh, okay, here we go. Wow, really big latency, it seems. My settings are on ultra low latency, but that took a really long time for things to appear and start working. Good morning, everybody. Lots of chat already. And I've noticed a few names in the list I haven't seen in a while. Or at least one, anyway. How is everyone doing? I am super tired. Had a couple of bad nights sleep, so I'm yeah, this could be a disaster stream today. You never know. Cheers. I'm drinking coffee, but it's decaf. Don't ask. You'd think I'd be drinking caffeinated coffee right now, but no. It's Sion's night tonight, says Christos. So, hi everyone. I'm just going to scroll back and say hello. Read through the list. G'day Adam. G'day James. Hey Michael. Hello Embedded Hobbyist. What's your sub count now, mate? Hope it's over 100. Hey Julian. Oh, hello Unexpected Maker. Yes, I was chatting in the chat before. Hey David. Hello Ian. Good morning. Hey Alan. Hello. You're up early. Hello Mr. Callaway. Hey Marin. Scrolly. And James is here, as in, is that two Jameses now? James Sharman. Hello. I should read out full names. Hey Hojad. That way people know who I'm talking about. Rando, hello. Haven't seen you in ages. I hope you're doing well. Did I see somewhere that you've been tinkering with FPGAs? I'm so jealous. I've got all my stuff in a tub still. Haven't had a chance to get to any of it yet. Terrible. Hey Paul. Resolution to finally solder that difficult board I've been putting off since May. Yeah, good luck. Sorry. Hey Rob, good morning. Hey BLR Rocket Technologies. You back from holidays? Or travelling? I don't know if it was a holiday or not, but back from travelling? Cool. Hey Alex. Tiny LED matrix for those that don't know. It's Alex. Still scrolling. Hey Crazy Roops. Hey Henrik. Hey Philip. And Christos, hello. Hey Joe. Okay, I'm just going to... Hey Rota. Hey Dave Darko. Hey Paul. Whoop, that just jumped really quickly. Where'd that go? Finally able to make it to a live stream. Good to have you here, mate. Hello, Tinker Fun. It's a cool name. Tinker Fun's a cool name. Hey, Johnny. Hey, Graham. Good morning. James. Howza? You got your order. You didn't realise you ordered that much. You did. That was in your order. Was that a mistake? You can send some stuff back if you need. Only made it to 83 so far, but thanks for this. So, no worries. We'll get you some more today. Hopefully. Hey folks, can everyone go and sub to the Embedded Hobbyist? We need to get him over 100 subs so we can get a custom URL. So if you right click on his name in the chat, not right click, if you click on the ... dots, you'll be able to go to his channel. Adam's just starting to untub stuff. Yeah, I've been tubbing stuff actually. Yeah, I know my streams are late. It's hard getting a stream, Rando, that suits everyone, unfortunately, including myself. Yeah, I got a notification, Philip, that you got your order today as well. Excellent. I've now got 8 days before I go to work again, so tomorrow I swear. No, those 8 days are going to go like that. Gone. Blink of an eye. And you'll think, what happened? And you didn't get it done. At least my coffee's warm. With almond milk. Yum. Very good. Hey, Andy Mouse. Thanks everyone for subbing. Adam needs 66 subscribers to get to what? Everyone go sub to Adam's channel. Adam Bryant. Let's do a subathon. Yay! So I hope you're all doing well. Hope 2020 is starting off okay for everyone. It's still like a week in, 8 days in, 9 days in, 8 days in. Wow, I don't even know what day it is. So it's not milk because almonds aren't mammals. Well, excuse me, there's a video online that shows someone milking the little teats on almonds. It's a great video actually. It's really funny. The whole debate on whether it's milk or not, I don't care. I'll call it whatever. It's yum. I love it. It's really good. Did I get a +1 from you, Rob? Because you thought I was... No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so this is going to be a really disjointed stream today. I do have some stuff to do. Am I alive? Well, I'm alive. Yes, the fires haven't burnt me. I'm here. See? I'm alive. No, it's the fires aren't that close to me, but they're close enough that we've been having some really smoky, stinky days where you can't even see down the road because there's so much smoke, so that the winds are causing havoc. So there's still it's pretty severe everywhere. I remember when soy milk was always called soy drink. Yeah, I don't understand what the deal is with milk, because cows don't, milk is just a made up name, right? So, I think, isn't it? When you milk, I don't know. Milk is, the term is to milk something, right? Milk is just nut juice. Whatever, I don't care. It's yum. I don't do soy, though. If you drink too much soy milk, you get man boobs, which is it's a real thing. Look it up. So, I've got some stuff to open. I've got a box, quite an expensive box actually, of stuff to open. It's just a single box. It's been, wow, I just got gunk everywhere. Sorry. It's been sitting here unopened for not long actually, only about 3 or 4 days. But I'll explain to you all when I open it, what I'm doing, what's inside. I've been kind of putting off opening it. I've got some stuff to assemble for my thumbnail. Can anyone guess what was in the thumbnail? You should be able to, because there was at least some logos on there. So I've been putting them off since last year. I need to deal with that. And let's start off with some quick announcements before I forget. So, and I wasn't prepared for this at all, so let me just organise myself. 1 second. I got a bit carried away in the house this morning and didn't get all this done. So I'm just going to do some, as I said in my couple of streams ago, or last stream, or whenever it was, I need to do a bit more promotion of myself and my stuff. So I'm going to. Yeah, 1 second. If I can just work out what I'm doing. Oh, it's a tough day. Tough day. Wow. Okay. So, hang on. New window. No, new tab. New tab. That'll do. Okay, cool. I'm so uncoordinated this morning. I did warn you all that I have not been sleeping. So, I remember last week I was building my laser segment displays. Well, I've released all of them, as in I haven't. Yeah, everything I've got in terms of stock, I have released on Tindy. I've already sold a whole bunch of them, so there aren't a lot left. I think there are about 28 of them left now, which is pretty cool. So if you're after, it's only the 14 segment displays, I'm not doing the 7 ones, so just the 14 segment laser displays. They are, and I dropped the price on them, and they've also got price breaks. So I mean, this is obviously Australian. No, this is US dollars. That's Australian shipping. So yeah, down to $9.90 each. They were originally $12.90, so I've dropped $3 off them each if you do 5 plus. So there's that. So I released those, which is pretty cool. Hi, bye. Where's Id? Hi and bye. School tomorrow again. Hi, Id. Bye, Id. That was quick. Good to see you, though. So yes, so they're out, and then I also finally listed the last of my Wi-Fi moddable laser Wi-Fi clocks, and I've already sold a couple of those as well. So I think there's only 6 of these left now. And this is an end of run. I won't be making any more of these. Yeah. So I didn't want to make a video about the fact that they're up, but they're in stock. 6 left. So if you want to grab one, time is running out. I've also got Reflow Masters back in stock. Okay, that was it. That's all I wanted to do. There you go. A bit of selfless promotion. But I know that there were some people waiting on the moddable Wi-Fi clock. And so, yeah. And I don't know if I'm going to do any more 14 segment displays like that. Once they're done, I think I'm done with that as well. I'll be shutting that product down. So, I mean, you'll always be able to go, all the files are open source, so you'll be able to go and make them yourself if you want to, download the files and get them made, but I won't be doing them myself anymore. Oh wow, only 6 subs to go for 100. That is awesome. Well done. Congratulations. Okay, so what should we do first? Should we open a box first? Let's open a box. I think we should open a box. Because you all like box openings. Box openings? Wow. Is that even a thing? I don't know if that's even a thing. So, switching cameras. It's not really mailbag. So I think I've done an okay job of blocking out my name. Hopefully. But I'm sure there's going to be something inside as well. So this is completely sealed. As you see, I've not opened it. Okay. I don't know why I'm being so careful with it either, with the opening, but whatever. I'll have to check it to make sure there's no packing slip on top. They normally put a packing slip. Yeah, so let me just check it. I can get it open. Yes, there is. Get that out. Ba-ba-ba. Okay, we have a lot. They stick the stuff to the box. Oh. Hey, crazy boy cashier. Happy New Year to you too. Hi to anyone I haven't said hi to that's appeared in the chat. So can anyone even see right now? Can people see some redness? Ooh, and an Adafruit logo. This is not from Adafruit. This is from Core Electronics. Look at that. They're pies. They're pies. Yay! So, what have I got in here? Get those out the way. We'll do them last. Can't see the chat. I need to move my chat so I can see it. There we go. So we have boxes. Did I order? What? I didn't think I ordered 2 power supplies. Oh, I did order 2 power supplies. No, I did. That's right. I remember now. So what happened was, so I've ordered 2 more Raspberry Pi 4s, the 2 gig models. 2 gig. I don't need the 4 gig, and I probably could have got away with the 1 gig, but my other one I bought was a 2 gig, and they are a little bit faster with the extra memory, although they're $20 more. But I ordered 2 more Pi 4s, and then I ordered just 2 official power supplies for them, just because I wanted the official ones, I wanted everything just to be right. I didn't want to mess around with different power supplies or getting the other power supplies and having to get the adapters. They're not that much more expensive than a normal regular wall wart. So what I'm doing with these are, right now my Tiny Pico test jigs have got one Raspberry Pi 4, a 2 gig model, and one Raspberry Pi 3B Plus. I want to take the 3B Plus out and put that in my Prusa and get rid of the Pi 0W, because the Pi 0W in the Prusa for Prusa print is, or for Octoprint, is just so slow. It's just really, really underpowered, really terrible. You know, it takes like 15 minutes. If I turn my printer on, it takes about 15 minutes before I can actually go to the web page to Octoprint to be able to do stuff. So I want to put the 3B Plus in there, and also then I'll be able to use my camera properly, so I can do proper, you know, time lapse and stuff through it. And so I need to have a Pi to put back in that test jig, and then I also need to build a new test jig for my Pro S2, because that's going to need a test jig, right? And so I need to design a new test jig board for this, and it's going to need its own Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi 0 is terrible. Yeah, it's terrible for the for Octoprint, and it's I'll put up with it for so long, basically because to put a regular Pi in, I need to print a whole bunch of new cases for it and pull the electronics apart on my printer and stuff, and it's just been something that I've been wanting to do, just haven't got around to it. Yeah, under 30-second startup, that's what I've been hearing. I've been hearing it's miles apart, like it goes from minutes to seconds, plus the ability to actually capture proper 1080p camera. Hey Shaq. So that's a task that I've got planned. Yeah, and the other one is for a new test jig for that. But I'm probably going to not put this in my other Tiny Pico test jig. I'm probably going to just have the one Tiny Pico test jig, because I actually need a third test jig for a third board, which I have not announced yet. And what about the cooling? What cooling are we doing? We're talking about? We're talking about cooling for the Raspberry Pis. I'm not going to cool them, not with like fans or anything, but I did buy some heat sinks for them. I'll stick heat sinks on them. The Pi is actually not sitting there doing a lot when it's running Octoprint. Like, it's just running a web service. So, using a Raspad. Interesting. So you're doing the Octoprint UI, like the web page, on the actual pad on the front of the thing. Interesting. Why do I need cooling? I wouldn't have thought it was using that much power just to run Octoprint. Yeah, like my test jigs are just using heat sinks. There's no fan on my test jigs, and in some sessions I'll sit there and be testing boards for hours, right, and never have an issue. So yeah, okay, so there's those I got, and then I also got, these are some of the these are from Adafruit. So Core Electronics is an Adafruit reseller. So these are the quick connectors, the SMD connectors that SparkFun use, and Adafruit call them stemmer, and yeah, SparkFun call them quick, and these have been squished. Anyway, so I need these for something I'm working on. So that's what they are. Pretty small, you can't really see them. They're quite tiny. So they're the I2C connectors. I got another header. I use the tall ones, and it seems that only Adafruit have the really tall Pi headers like this. So I got some of those, and I also paid an absolute fortune. Seriously, an absolute fortune for this. It was much cheaper to buy it from Adafruit directly, but shipping would have killed me. So this is one of the ADS 1015 breakouts. So get closer. So I'm using manual focus now, everyone. So sorry, you're gonna have to wait for me to focus the camera. There we go. Look at that, nice and close and focused. So this is the this is Adafruit's breakout for the ADS1015, which I use on my I/O expander. And the reason I bought this breakout is I'm still trying to work out some of the noise issues I'm getting on my board. I've reduced most of it, but I'm just curious to see what noise they get. And so I needed a board with it. So I got one of those as well. Manual focus, yes. I've been avoiding it forever. It just means I have to remember to focus, that's all. As in focus. So that's all that was in the box, but it was a pretty expensive order because of obviously 2 Pis and 2 power supplies. And yeah, I mean this alone was $21 for this board. Pretty crazy. Anyway, so that's it. That's my unboxing. There you go. So I have no excuse now. I need to... Where did I put that box? So I'm going to put these back in the box so I don't lose them. I need to get going on working on the test jig for the Pro S2 at some point. I need to do. Focus the focus. So I'm going to keep drinking my coffee. What did I miss in chat? I could go for a nice bowl of raspberries and cream. Oh, yum. Hey Mike. And by the way, hey Ross. I answered you, but I didn't say hi. Hi to anyone that I missed saying hi to. Sorry. Fi runs too hot and will drop its speed if not given some cooling. Oh, hey Helmet. Possibly, but I didn't have any issues with my test jigs and I hammer them pretty hard. I can always buy a fan for them, I guess, but I'll see how it goes, you know. I don't know if there's room. So there's a particular Thingiverse case for the Pi 3 for Prusa. For the Mark III. Let me just find the link. I've got it open because I need to print it. Dun, dun, dun. So I'm going to print myself one of these now that my printer's working again. Oh, that one. Oh, why is that not loading? We're currently working on some performance issues. Wow. MCP is 16-bit. Because I just needed a 12-bit ADC. I mean, I could have got an ADS15, 1115, whatever, and that's also 16-bit. But you know, the 12-bit ADCs is already a step up from what's inside the ESP32, and you know, if someone really needs a 16-bit ADC, they don't want it on a multi-purpose board. They'll have something much more dedicated, I think. Sorry, I've got a bit of chat hanging on the side. So this is what I'm going to print. So it's this bottom section here that sits on the bottom of the electronics box. So I don't think there's enough room in here for a fan. I'd have to probably make a modified version if I was going to stick a fan in. So I need to reprint this top section for the electronics housing and this bottom section to put the Pi in. I mean, I don't have to. I could just make it hang off the edge, but I'd like it to be just all nice and, you know, if I can click on that picture, all nice and neat like that. So that's what I'm planning on printing now. Yeah, there's a passive cooling options, but again, I don't think they're going to fit inside this case. I'd have to find a different case or modify it. And the reason I want to put a 3B, my B3B plus, excuse me, is that this case is specifically designed for that, and I don't know if the 4 will fit in this nicely. And again, I didn't want to have to modify it. Check out the case linked. Which case linked? If you posted a link, I probably didn't come through because you're not a mod. Did you post a link, Ross? What else did I miss? Yeah, okay, no, it won't. I need to make you a mod to post a link. Hold on 1 second. There you go. Don't abuse your powers. You can post a link now. So, look, I could just use an external case. Hey, John. Happy New Year. I think Electronics have a case mentioned in the latest brochure with fan cooling. Okay. Yeah, there's stacks of cases, like, from all over the place. That's for a 4. Yeah, I need one for a 3 because I want to stick the 3 in there. Well, I could always just stick a 4. So I'll just open up that link. I'll just show everyone what that was. So this is the link that Ross just sent through for this case. So it's got a fan. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like clear cases, to be honest. Wonder how tall that is. So that looks like that fan's sitting low enough. If I can get a fan that sits low enough, but it needs the grill on the top to let the airflow through, and I don't think this thing's going to have it. So yeah, we'll see how we go. If I need to move it to some active cooling, I can always do that. Not a problem. Just posted a super tidy pie case under my printer on Discord. Okay, cool. Thanks, Paul. I'll have a look later. Silent Witness, new series. See you, Julian. Enjoy. I've been watching stacks of TV the last few weeks, or not TV, but shows. So I did all of Lost in Space Season 2, which is really cool. Expanse Season 4. Obviously, The Witcher, which you spoke about. And I'm currently watching His Dark Matters. Just watched the first 2 episodes. So yeah, pretty cool. Lots of TV stuff. Expanse was awesome. It always is. The Butler did it. Oh, don't give anything away. Yeah, here's Dark Materials. It's interesting. So I've read the books. And I was excited when they brought out the movie The Golden Compass, which is based on as well. It's like most of the first book. They took a lot of liberties in that. So far, this series is looking much closer to the book, but they're still taking a few liberties, I think. Oh, did you, James? Yeah, I've been watching a lot of stuff. Just trying to relax more, I guess. Binging. Yeah, Lost in Space is awesome. It's really, really good. Really well done. Yeah, really enjoyed it. Again, they've taken some liberties. It's the same story, but it's a different story. It's good. It's worth watching. Yeah, I didn't even realise in The Witcher, John, that like for the first 3 or 4 episodes, I had no idea it was different timelines. It started getting really confusing for me till I realised that they were doing different timelines and they were converging. And then it was like okay, that all makes sense. Yeah, it was kind of bizarre. But it was good. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait for the next season. Spiderwick Chronicles. Golden Compass. It was a good movie, but it was not. Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't very true to the books, but it was a well done movie. Yeah. Altered Carbon. Yeah, I enjoyed that. It wasn't too bad. Took a while for me to really get into it, though, I think. Binge watch The Witcher, now have to wait 2021. Is it 2021 it's coming out? That's really bad. No, haven't done Peaky Blinders. Hey, Milosh. Wow. Bad. Okay, so, Ross, I'm going to take away your moderation rights now. Remove moderator. something exciting that's happening. For those, I don't know if any of you know, I only found out yesterday. Hey, did you cool things? So Apple, for Apple TV, have signed up for, they're doing a foundation series. So Asimov's Foundation. So finally, because that's long overdue. Long overdue. So finally, I didn't put my rings on this morning. Foundation is coming. I can't wait for that. Like I don't have Apple TV Plus, but I would absolutely get Apple TV Plus for Foundation if they do a good job. I feel naked without my fingers. Okay, have you watched all of For All Mankind? I haven't. No, I don't have Apple TV Plus. And I'll be getting a new Mac soon, and when I do, I'll get a year free with the Mac. So, what did I unbox? I unboxed some Raspberry Pi 4s and some other bits and pieces. Yeah, I hope they don't screw it up too. I don't think they will. I think they're doing a really good job with their TV stuff at the moment, to be honest with you. I mean, not all the content is content I'm interested in, but so far so good. Watching 3 seasons. Oh, right, okay. I will message me in Discord. What do you message me? Have you watched? Okay, cool, yeah. For those that don't know, I've got a Discord server. If you haven't joined, you should join my Discord server. Would you like me to put a link in? I'll put a link in for my Discord server. I should do it every time anyway. Asimov stuff, it's great, yeah, but they could, I mean, the risk is that they could do a bad job, but I don't think they will. I think Raspberry Pis for, so one Raspberry Pi is to replace one of my test jigs so I can put my 3B Plus in my Prusa, and the other one is for a new test jig. Yes, new test jig. Have I heard of Serbia? Is that not in the greater USSR? Whatever it's called now. Is it a TV show? I've not heard. If it's a TV show, I've not heard of it. No. Comments on the new Arduino Portenta H7. I haven't even heard of it. Didn't know they had one. So what have they got? A new, using an STM H7, are they? What is a Arduino Portenta H7? Let's find out, shall we? Obviously they've got a new board. Six hours ago. Give me a break. Let's see what this is, shall we? Because I'm sure it's interesting. They're bringing out too many boards now. I don't know what they're trying to do, personally. They announced it at CES, did they? Okay, so Visual Simulator. So what's it got on it? That's one of the specs. Okay, just take me to the Arduino website for the specs. That'll be better. Another one. God, how many times do I have to click to get the specs? MicroPython JavaScript interpreter. Okay, so why does it not... Okay, anyone want to tell me anything about it? I mean, I don't know who Portenta are, but if it's an H7, I'm assuming it's a, it's an ARM, H7. What is it? Cortex M4, 480 megahertz. Why are they saying it's an M7 if it's an H7? Dual core unit made of, oh right, okay. So H7's main processor is a dual core unit made of a Cortex M7 running at 480 MHz and a Cortex M4 running at 240 MHz. Interesting. The two cores communicate via remote procedure call mechanism, allows calling functions on the other processor seamlessly. Wow, interesting. Okay. And what's this going to sell for? Have they announced? 2 megabyte SD RAM, 16 meg NOR flash. Got an Ethernet PHY, okay. high-speed USB, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, ceramic antenna, display port over USB-C. Interesting. Okay, that's pretty cool. Up to 128 megabyte QSPI flash, up to 64 megabytes of SD RAM. How dare you not know about something that was only posted a few hours ago while I was asleep? Yeah, how dare me. Hey HMX. Gotta take your coffee with you, Digicools. Otherwise it always gets cold. I mean, yeah, look, this is super powerful. Super powerful. I'm not quite sure who it's targeted at, though. Current consumption 2.9 microamps in standby mode. That's pretty good. Backup SRAM off. That's very good, actually. So what Wi-Fi and Bluetooth does it have? Doesn't look like it's got an Espressif chip on it. But I can't see properly. Can't get close enough. So bigger pic. Does anyone know? So did everyone hear that the ESP32 is now certified for Bluetooth 5? Or BLE 5? BLE, not Bluetooth. BLE 5. That's pretty cool. After watching you, I've learned to not forget my coffee. It's got a Murata 1DX dual Wi-Fi, 65 megabits, and Bluetooth 5.1. Interesting. That's pretty cool. Okay, it's good to see. That means there'll be more driver support available then for the Murata. The 1DX will be good for everyone else. Hey Dustin, how you doing? Okay, so wow, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's major overkill. Did they announce the pricing? Visit our store. Oh, I'm just curious to know how much it is. $1 million. No, it won't be $1 million. Yeah, $100 pre-order. $100 plus tax. It's pretty good for what it is. But man, it's got onboard LiPo. Yeah, pretty good. I like the DisplayPort over USB-C. That could be very interesting. Very interesting indeed. So let's have a look at this stuff. This stuff that I need to finish putting together. It's going to be really hard to show it, I think. So I'll try my best. Here you go. Let's do my best. I don't mind. I'm back to confuse my neighbours. The odd tones coming from my garage. Odd tones. Okay. So I bought a bunch of stuff from Edelchrome. Does everyone know who Edelchrome is? Let's see if I can make that light up. There we go. Edelchrome are they're a company that make accessories for cameras. Really nice accessories. I'll send you some projects with PCBs and parts. Would you do a video about them? I won't promise anything. I mean, if you want to send me some stuff to have a look at, I'm happy to. But will I make a video? I don't know. It depends on what they are. Depends on if it's worthy of making a video, to be honest. As you can probably tell from my channel, I don't like generally do sponsorship, and I have done videos of people's stuff in the past, but I don't, you know, it's got to be something that I'm generally interested in, so something I've asked about. The camera company. Yes, the camera company. So there are two things I ordered, and they've been sitting here for 6 months. So the first one is, I'm just going to open this box. The first one was the Flex Tilt Head, which is I mean, many of you might have seen it. I think Make and Muse did a video on it. I'll see if it's just a picture of it. So it's the Flex Tilt Head. So they have this as a fully assembled machine version, but they've also got their, I can't remember what their new, what do they call them? All of their hybrid 3D stuff. Anyway, so they've got a version where you 3D print a whole bunch of the parts, and then they supply the parts that aren't 3D printed, and so it comes as a kit and it's much cheaper, and then you print them and assemble yourself. So this is a flex tilt head designed for a DSLR camera, so for my camera. So I need to assemble that, and I also got their Skater 3D, which is really cool, except I'm having trouble putting it together. So the Skater 3D is also, it's like a, can anyone see that? Focus. So it's a little skater mount. Hang on. I got so close that you can't see it. It's a skater mount, right? Like that, yeah, and then you can put the tilt head on it. And so you can, you know, it's not quite as nice as a motorized slider or something, but you can do some basic movement with it. Much cheaper than buying a motorized slider. So yeah, I was putting this together. I was actually doing it. I started making a video about putting it together, and then I found a bottleneck with putting it together and haven't got around to fixing it, and then got distracted and stuff, and then yeah. A bench power supply kit. I'm happy to have a look at it. Sure. Again, if you know, if you want to send something to me, I'm happy to look at it. If I think it's worth making a video about it, I'll make a video about it for sure. Yeah, you have to push it yourself. Yes, it's a self-pushing one. It's not not motorized, but it's okay. I mean, it was really cheap. So I printed all the parts for it, and I started assembling it. And the problem is, I think I need a bit more light in here. Okay, and I got to the point where I had to start assembling the wheels. I'll show you, and I had to stop because they don't fit. Because you're 3D printing your own parts, then the tolerances come into play. And so there are these wheels that they're two parts like this, and then inside there's a metal. There's like a plastic disc, and then an O-ring that goes around them, and that's how the wheels work. So they're nice and soft and rubbery, like tires. Hey, Mr. Ludgate. But the problem I've got is I've only managed to get these plastic rings around one of them here. I can't get them around. They're just too tight. Like, I'm really hurting myself. Oh, look at that. I just got one on. Okay, maybe I lied. Here we go. Maybe I'm stronger today than I was last time. Oh, hang on. Like, I was going to reprint them, and then I thought maybe I'll just get a file and file them down. But motorized ESP32 powered skate dolly. I think I can do that with what I have. Yeah, there's lots of people that have got stuff like that. And I like Liz Clark, Blitz City DIY, just wrote the code for the one that the Rules brothers put together for Adafruit. Are you deburring the top edge? No, I'm not. I don't actually have a deburring tool, but oh, wow. Oh god, that hurt. Okay, I've got 3 of them on. Maybe I can just do this from brute force. Wow. Oh. I'm sorry about my grunting. Oh. Yeah, I'm trying. Problem is, I don't want to necessarily take pliers to it. Yeah, like this one is really not gonna. Oh, ow! And in my fingers. Like it's not a deburring thing. Like there's nothing sticking out on the edge of this. It's a really clean print. I've already checked. I think it was just a tolerance thing. Like obviously I had my Z-axis a little bit too low. Hey Robin. Hey, what am I assembling? Just tuned in. This is a Skater 3D from Edelchrome. Can you see that okay with the glare? It's one of their hybrid 3D printed things. What those blue names mean? What the blue names in chat? That's moderators. That will go perhaps some percussive maintenance. What is percussive? What? You are making it worse because you're applying it at an angle. Oh. Well, you reckon I should just try to put it straight down? Yeah, not going to happen. Not going to happen. Warm it up. I don't know. I'm worried I'm going to melt it. So this is the one I got stuck with. So like I didn't really maybe even check the other ones. Put them in hot water. I don't have hot water near me. I could maybe heat up the heat bed on my 3D printer. Put it on that. Maybe that'll work. Oh, because it hit it till it works. Right. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to damage the little bearing. Dip the ring in my hot coffee. My hot coffee is empty. I actually really want another one. I'm going to turn my printer on, my 3D printer, and I'm going to heat the bed. And what temperature do you think I should do it to? Start at 50 degrees. What do you think? Vice clamp does it straight like the install bearings. Yeah, I don't have a clamp or a vice, or not something that'll fit this. No, unfortunately. Put in the microwave. No, I'm not going to put in the microwave. I'm just going to keep brute forcing it while my printer. Come on. Oh, almost. Oh. Oh, it really hurts. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. I thought I'd just file it down, but I don't know how tight it's really supposed to be. I also don't know how I'm going to get these O-rings over it. Oh, yeah, that'll work. That's okay. Yeah, they fit. That's fine. Drive over it. So what do you think? 50 degrees on the bed? I don't know what it's made out of. Like, it's really solid. So I wouldn't think 50 degrees would do much to it. No, I'm not going to hot air station it and melt it. So some people are saying 60, some are saying 70, some are saying 65. Maybe I'll do, let's do 65. Okay, it's going to 65. I mean, obviously 65 is not going to melt it. 65 won't melt it. Just going to supply some lube. Valvoline. Oh, really hurt my finger doing that. Ow. 1.21 gigawatts. Oh, it's not printed part. No, it's not. Those things aren't printed. These bits were printed, but the discs that are going around and they're supplied, and they're really triflux. Cicero might get it pretty soft. No, it's not PLA. It's not 3D printed. Those rings are really solid. ABS something. Yeah, they're not 3D printed. Okay, that got it. It's on. Woohoo! Okay, 65 degrees was just enough. The fence is burning. Damn well hope not. Okay, so they're on. So now I can continue the instructions. Yay! How exciting. I really want to get this working. So that's what I was up to here. The okay, that's too glary, isn't it, folks? Need to. Can you see that better? So this is the instructions I'm up to. So all the stuff is still in the box. All the bits is in the box. So need 4 screws. 4 screws and that, and then the O-ring. If we can get on, and then that goes on that side. And apparently I need to screw those together. With my screwdriver. Oh, it's a hex head. Of course it is. It's an Allen key. Of course it does. And because they're 3D printed, I need to put pressure on it to get it in. And I need my... Where's my other screwdriver? It's got my hex head on it. Not that one. Bear with me a second. I have a tool. No? Where is it? I've lost... Oh gosh, it's right in front of me. Right in front of me. Except it's the wrong head. Okay. Let me just go get a new... Oh, it fell apart. Okay, 1 second. This is one of those days. Is that the right one? It is. Good. Okay, what am I missing on chat? Anything? Yeah, I'm gonna have to push it, folks. It's a pushing one, but that's okay. I thought it'd be cute, and because it fits with my... Oh, get back on. Okay, down. Because it fits with the flex tilt head, I thought it'd be a nice combination. Okay, they're not gonna screw in. Hey, Bolly! I might have to... See, again, it's a tolerance issue. So these screws aren't going in. That's really annoying. Like, even with a stack of pressure. It's a little car for my camera. I want to be able to... Yeah, that's really annoying. I want to be able to do some little nice video shots maybe. Hey, Gary. It's not going in. So... It's really annoying. One more time. Lots of pressure. Oh, that went in that time. Must have warmed it up. Yeah. Actually, they're not even tightening now. Right, they're not even tight enough. I don't think they're tight enough. I think they're going to come loose. So the first two I couldn't get in properly, and these two, I might have to stick some glue on the other side of them, maybe. That one's tighter. But these ones are just free spinning. What's that, maybe some super glue? I don't know. Unmotorized. The voiceover without visual context is getting R-rated. Can you not see what I'm doing? What do you mean? The voiceover without visual context. Could you not see me screwing them? Is this not in camera? I'm confused. Looks like it's in camera to me. Loctite, that's what I was thinking of. Thank you. Yeah, I might have to get some Loctite. These little bearings are quite cute. Do I need to zoom? I can't really zoom out much more than that. That's it. Thread lock. Okay. Well, there seems to be a few different versions. Good. Choice is always good. Just a dap a little bit. Yeah, I know not to use a lot. Can I use super glue? You think that'll work okay? I wasn't sure if it would hold it, if it would do the metal or not. Yeah, there's definitely some... The interesting thing with 3D printing this stuff yourself is the tolerances of your printer is definitely an issue. Oops. Let's come off. Damn. Xeon taught a neural network to push the car along. Yeah, my neural network taught my hand to push it. I'm sorry it's not motorized, folks. I truly am. But, you know, that's better. We don't use super glue since you don't know the material may react and crack parts. That's the wrong screw. Could it be converted in a motorized cradle? I don't know, possibly. I just want this to be a standalone just for now. Don't twist a rubber ring. Yeah, it's hard to get the rubber ring on without twisting it a bit, but yeah. Okay, 2 wheels. 2, is Paul counting the count? Get that down straight. That's the wrong screw. How many times do I say that a day? I don't say that often, actually. But, very hard to get the ring on without twisting it. Very hard. Also very hard to do all this on camera when people are watching and judging. I tell you what I am going to do in the stream today, just so you all know. I'm going to, oh, come on. We're going to do an intermission, and I'm going to go make myself another coffee. Just letting you all know in advance. Not yet, no intermission yet, but soon. Take the rubber ring off and mount it. Yeah, well, it says to do it at the same time, but yeah, I guess I could do that too. I'm trying to be a good little boy and follow the instructions. Intermission! It's them pesky sightings, the particle emitted by people watching you. It's just the pressure. Wow, the pressure of not making a fool of myself, which I do anyway, right? We all know that. That's okay. These have been sitting on my floor in a tub. No, these have been sitting on my shelf in a box, unopened, for like, honestly, 6 months. Or the tilt head 6 months. This one I bought about 2 months later, so about 4 months. And then I opened them last year, and they've been sitting on my floor, waiting to get finished. And I just need to get them finished. I want to try it. Hey, Death Shaker. Super glue isn't good for filling gaps by itself. Pack it with baking soda. I don't want to fill gaps. I want to just lock the nuts. Some of the nuts, obviously the 3D printed hole, the tolerance isn't good enough. Oops, almost forgot the bearing. Why have I got extra bearings? What are they for? Have I forgotten one? It was just one bearing, wasn't it? Oh no, it was 2 bearings. Guess who didn't read the instructions? 2 bearings. I'm supposed to be putting 2 bearings in, not 1 bearing. Now I have to pull them all apart again. Oh, okay. Hands up who thinks Sion's an idiot. Yeah? Hands up. Oh, am I out of focus? I'm having a bad run with cameras today. Lucky I didn't super glue them. You're waiting for it to catch on fire. Thanks. I'm not sure talking about catching on fire is appropriate right now with what's going on, but sure. Lost your bearings. I'm a spanner. I am. I'm a tool. I can't believe it says 2 bearings quite clearly there. Okay, I'll pull the other ones apart. That's okay. Not a proper build if you don't take it apart. It's true, isn't it? Like, how many times do we get like 2/3 through or even 95% done and then have to pull it apart again? Wow. It's just... Is it because we're really... Okay, I'm saying we, but I'll say me. Is it because I'm a really shit maker? Is it just because I'm so excited that I want to just get it finished? Is it just because I lack of concentration? Like, what is it, do you reckon? What is it that makes me do silly things like this? I'm going to see if I can put the ring on after on this one. I'll try it, do it after. Maybe not my best time joke. No, it wasn't your best time joke. Remember that chat about that I found a spanner also means fool? Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm a spanner, not a fool. I'm a spanner. I'm a tool. I'm an idiot. Human nature, sleep deprivation. I'm sure it's lots of things, but impatience. Yeah, that's much easier to do it that way. Okay, good. 2 down. 2 more to go. Do I have 2 more bearings? I'm missing a bearing. I'm missing a bearing. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's got 2. Oh, hang on, maybe not. Has it got 2? That's got 2. That's got... Oh, maybe I did have 2 in the first one, and I didn't realise. Yeah, they've got 2 in them. Okay, I think it's 1 more to go. Hey Leo, so it's a hybrid. It's a kit that you get from Edelkrone, and it's you 3D print the parts that can be 3D printed, and then they supply all the rest of the parts, all the screws and nuts and bearings and everything else, and then anything that needs to be more solid, I guess. You can buy something like this as a complete, non 3D printed thing. But yeah, they're doing a range of their products now where they're hybrid, and it's pretty cool. Like, it's a clever system. The 3D printing takes ages, by the way, because you need to print it. It's only PLA, but you need to print it with 100% infill, pretty much, between 90 and 100%. They recommend 0.1 layer height. I did either 0.1 or 0.15. I did 0.15 just to save a bit of time. So I know my hand's in the way. I don't know if they're German or not. Probably with their name, but they're in the US. Okay, so we have 4 wheels. Yes, we're getting there. Now, I already put this together. This is the top section. So now I need to screw the wheels in. So 1, 2. I seem to only have... Oh no, I do have 4. Okay, good. So I take a wheel, and it looks like these screws are on the inside. Is that a different size Allen key? Of course it is. But it only came with one Allen key. Bit weird. I know it's going to look like a toy, but that's okay. And I wasn't sure what colour to print it in, but yeah, obviously black. So I printed this, as I mentioned, quite a while ago. Make sure you use a heatsink and can on, or they'll get warm. What? Make sure you use a heatsink. What are we talking about, Gary? What's going to get warm? Now that's interesting. Why is that? Oh, because I did the wrong side. Screws in, remember? Screws facing in. Wow. Whoa! Actually, really smooth. That's surprisingly smooth, I have to say. Paint flames on the sides. Oh, on the Pi 4, Gary? Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if I'll need active a fan. Well, the Pi 4s are for my test jigs, and I haven't needed a fan yet. So we'll see. Where's the steering wheel? I don't know. Oh, look at that. Woohoo! And it turns. That's pretty cool. Red ones go faster. I didn't have any red left, and the red I had wasn't the nicest red. Okay, so that's that. Now I need to put this disc. Oh, there's the other Allen key. Found it. Oh, and there's hubs for the wheels. Cute. Is that going to stay? There's these taped things on the outside. Wheel hubs. Is it me? No video. Try refreshing your browser. Can you lock the angle? I don't know. It doesn't look like it. Or maybe it can be tightened. I'm not sure. I don't think you can lock the angle. Well, that looks nice. It's not going to stay. Or maybe it will when the camera's on there. There seems to be like a locking mechanism at the front here, maybe, to lock it straight. Okay, one wheel cap, hubcaps. Is that on? Snug fit. 2. So of course I don't have the flex tilt head done yet to put it on, so I have to do that before I know, like, if I can put something on this. I guess maybe you can do the camera directly to it. I'm not sure. Oh, look at that. It's even got their logo on it. That's nice. Wonder if I get some sponsorship money for that. Okay, and then this gets stuck on the soft plate sticker. I have to get this in the middle. Just some type of rubbery stuff. Oh, that's sticky. That's really sticky. So I really want to get this in the center. There we go. So I know it's black and it's a bit hard to see, but we now have a little driving car. Woo! It's actually really smooth. That's really nice. Hey Ian, is it neoprene? I don't know. It's quite thick actually. It's about 4mm thick, maybe? Between 3 and 4mm thick. Okay, so that's one. Now I have to do the tilt head. Shall we do an intermission? so I can get myself another coffee. What do you think? Is it intermission time? There's a yes. We can do a toilet and coffee time. I need to get a graphic made to put up here to say intermission. But maybe I'll do this. I know what we'll do. Hang on. Let me get a piece of paper. And a pen. Oh, and I can't even do an and symbol. Oh, wow. Coffee and toilet break. How's that? Worst ever. Need my scroller. Some music. No, I'll get in trouble if I put music on. Okay, let's do this. Back in 5. Okay, I'm back. Quiz time. No, no quiz. Yay, you got to 100. Well done, Embedded Hobbyist. Congratulations. Did we lose anyone on the way? I don't know, but I have my coffee. Very excited. This is not a decaf. Ah, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, so now let's go and do the next one. Again, wrong screen. So this, I've not even looked at the instructions. So these are all the parts that have been printed. Get them all out. Hey Tony, how you doing? It's been a while. Happy New Year. Okay, so they're all the parts for this. All the 3D printed parts. And in here is all the other precision parts. So, more branding. Excellent. So like these are all metal machined. Don't know what that's machined out of. That's really nice though. And there are, yeah, all sorts of bits and pieces. So let's get this done. Oh, this is a lot of instructions. A lot more. This one's in a book. A book format. Printed parts. Assembly. Here we go. Additive manufacturing job I applied for, just reviewed my application. Excellent, Ian. Good luck, mate. Good luck. So I need these two, whatever they are, and that one, and that one and that one, it looks like. So they screw in like this. Where all the screws, they've in a little box, cute little box. Yep. Allen keys, washers. Cool. You have inspired me to make videos again. I've inspired you to make videos again. I'm sorry. I don't think I inspire anyone to make videos at the moment. No, it's good if you're making videos. That's awesome. I find it hard to believe that I'm much of an inspiration. Did everyone watch the Makercast the other day? These different ones. Oh, I've done the wrong one, wrong side. So, interesting. That one there, and that goes like that. Okay. So you screw that like this. Watch it after work. Yeah, it was actually a lot of fun. It was pretty cool. These are not the right screws. So they don't. Are there longer ones? No, they're all the same. So how does that work? They're not the right screws. Are there more screws that I haven't seen? No. So the screws don't fit. Maybe this one does. No. So that's interesting. How does that work? Hey Michael. So there are no longer screws. There's these ones. They're all the same length. There are these little ones. And they're supposed to screw in. There's a detailed video. Okay. So that's supposed to attach like this. What were the black ones? Which these black ones are a little. It's not these. They're not long enough to get through. It needs to get through that width here. Well, maybe. Okay, maybe it is the black ones. Maybe I'm using the wrong ones. But I don't think they're long enough. Or maybe they're long enough. Maybe they're just long enough. Okay, let's try that again. One more time. You're probably right. Yep, it's the black ones. They only turn like not even 2 rotations. So how strong could that possibly be? Look how many rotations. Ready? 1. Not even 2. Okay. I guess if they're machine screws, they'll be okay. Thank you for that, whoever suggested that it was not the right screws. Okay. Anyway, so one of the things I mentioned on MakerCast is I want to lift my... I don't know if quality is the right word, but my videos, like I want to make them a little bit snazzier. I don't know what the right word is. So that's the reason I bought these things. I want to be able to, well, for this tilt head, I want to be able to position my DSLR in much more interesting positions, especially if I'm doing like some assembly of something. And then for the skater part, I wanted to be able to just take some nice, I guess, B-roll of things. So Tony, these are, yes, I want to lift my production values. Thank you. These are accessories for my camera for different mounts and stuff, and they're partially 3D printed, and they come in kits from Edelkrone. How to really annoy people, use left-handed thread. No, I don't want to make my videos posher. I want them a little bit more polished, I think. Maybe polished is a better word. Look at that. That is a solid chunk of 3D print. Like, this is done 100% infill. Like, I've never printed anything 100% infill before. It's pretty crazy. Okay, so it's face down. The dash is that way. I need more of these black screws out. And then the Edelkrone one goes... How does that work? Where does that go? Right, it goes like this. No? How do they fit? That can't be right. Is that supposed to go inside there? Do I have to loosen that a bit? Right, looks like I have to loosen this a little bit, because these are supposed to slide in a bit. Everyone see this on camera? I hope so. There we go. So that slides in like that and locks in place. Interesting design. Oh, okay. And now screw these ones. Screw you! Video quality, if already great, the message is far more important than delivery. Yes and no. I think that I don't try to play the YouTube game, not too much anyway. You know, clearly I release videos that I know aren't going to do very well, or are going to, you know, only appeal to a certain group of people. But I think I want to value. Yeah, I don't know. I think I could just do a little bit nicer with some of my videography, I think. So that's what I want to do. I don't want to really change anything too much, but I just want to be able to just take some nicer... So instead of static shots, just take some nicer moving shots, maybe. It's not like I'm running out and spending thousands of dollars on a, you know, like on proper, you know, motorized tracks and stuff, and you know, motorized zoom systems. Like, I'm not doing anything like that. Like, these were cheap. Like, these are like $40 and $50 each, I think. Like, ridiculously priced for what they are. It's because you do all the 3D printing yourself. That's why it makes them so cheap. Okay, now I've got a, don't know what that is. That is this, no. This, and this. All these different pieces that I'm still taking out of here. But these are all machined parts. Like, it's pretty nice. So does the Red 8 camera arrive? Yeah, the Red 8K camera. That's not happening anytime soon. Not at all. I don't know what M5 is. Let's go back to instructions. What is M5? M5 is that... I don't have... What's M5? It's supposed to be like a little... What am I missing? Has some aluminum T-slot and a stepper motor, and you can make a motorized slider with tiny pico. Yeah, I know I could. I mean, there's lots of things I could do like that, but I just... M5 is supposed to be this... an M5 set screw. But I don't have a set screw anywhere. There's no set screw in there. There's no M5 set screw. Great. So what am I supposed to do now? Other than have some coffee. It's in the bag with the screws. Oh my god, it is too. I'm blind. Wow. Yeah, I want to see what I can achieve just using this stuff, right? This is really cheap, and it's 3D printing. It's, you know, fun, put together, or maybe not so much fun on doing it live when I look like an idiot. So, okay, the set screw goes in there. No, in there. Which way though? Sleep deprived idiot. What can I tell you? I don't know how far that's supposed to go in. That's supposed to go... Oh, right. That's what... Interesting. So it's got to go the other way? Because that's supposed to define in this slot how it turns. So how far do I push that in? It doesn't really say how far I push it. I assume it's got to go all the way. Just screw it all the way. It's really tight though. There we go. Right, so it's got to be there. Okay, that's fine. Now that it's through. So that goes underneath. And then that goes on top into the slot. And then we screw this together. I mean, it's really clever. Whoever comes up with these designs and worked out how to make them hybrid. Yeah, it's designed to be adjustable, Andy. I just, there was just a lot of, I had to use a lot of force to get it through to start with, that's all. But once it was through, it was fine. So yeah, the idea is that I can adjust it and then tighten it. Nope. Interesting. Now it's stuck in there. So no, it's not designed to be tightened. It's just designed to... That's a bit weird. I would have thought being able to lock it in place... Like, wouldn't it made more sense to have a piece that was just already there? Like, why would you use something like this if you can't lock it? That's really annoying. Anyway, I think it's really clever of the company to make something like this that, you know, is a hybrid, and they can make it cheaper for people simply by allowing people to 3D print their own parts. Like, if you think about how expensive these parts would be to deliver, even molded plastic or machined, like, it would be, you know, it would increase shipping cost, it would increase production cost, manufacturing and stuff. Anyway, okay, so that's there. Stop tightening M5 when the screw is aligned with bottom surface. Stop tightening when it's... Right, okay. It's not quite there yet. There we go. Now it's aligned with the bottom surface. Okay, the mounting screw. So that goes on there. Stops the going 360 breaking cables. Yeah, I know what it's. I just thought that it would make sense to have it so you could lock it in place. That's all. Hello, Stephen. It seems like a wasted opportunity to also not have it locking. Like, you know, make that a little bit longer so it could have been locked in place. That's all. I don't really know how. Like, once it's, we need to wait till it's all together till I see exactly how loose it all feels. Okay, but why it's there? Just it's to stop it from rotating all the way. So it can only go one. Like, it gets to here and then stops. It can't keep going 360 on itself. Right? So as Stephen mentioned, that it prevents cables from twisting around on itself. So that's basically what it's for. Okay, now I've got these two there and the soft plates. Okay, so they go together. And that sits between. See, that'd be like that piece here. Like, how would they deliver that? They could do the machined in two pieces where you do the same technique. But, yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. Wait, what? Whitworth? Whitwood? Loctite time. Yeah, I don't have any Loctite, but I might have to get myself some for sure. More of this groovy stuff that I just didn't stick on straight. It's annoying. Get it straight. Here we go. Except I wasn't squeezing that together, was I? I'm hoping that there's more than just this sticky stuff holding these two pieces together. I'm hoping. Ooh. The concurrent users is dropping. People aren't finding this interesting. Oh well. Wow, that looks complex. So I need that, and then one of these, and then one of these. And then, right, they come apart. Wait, no. Right, so that goes in here. And then that. And then, wait, what? Okay, this locks in here. There we go, that's better. Okay, so that, then that, then, so there's two ends of this. One's got a square hole in one end. So I'm pretty sure the square hole in one end goes there. So it goes like that. And then that goes there. And then this has a screw. Wow. I'm in awe of people who can design stuff like this, I have to say. Oh, nice. Okay. And then do the same here. That goes apparently that square goes here. That'll fit. I can squeeze that in. There we go. Without breaking it. Okay, that goes there, and then another on there. And then one of these ones goes, now what's round, round. Be another square there, so round there. Cap there, and that gets screwed together. It's long, but it bends. It's a hinge. So it's like this, right? And then you can adjust it, tilt it up and stuff. Okay, now we do the other side. We do. It's actually quite clever. I keep saying that, but you know. So yeah, Angus on Maker's Muse showcased this, and I think Liz from Blitz City DIY has got one. Did you get one, Mr. Ludgate? Are you still here? I'm not sure if you're still here. I think maybe you were talking about getting one at some point, I think. Why are you not locking in anymore? It's better. Right, except that was silly, because I should have done both of these ends at the same time. What layer height? I did mine at 0.15. It recommends 0.1 to 0.15. I didn't have the patience for doing... Like, as it was like 15 hours and 13 hours or something for the prints. I didn't have the patience to do longer prints than that. I was also scared that the print might fail. So... Oh, come on. So yeah, I chickened out on doing longer ones. Okay, that is not wanting to get into this square section. I don't particularly want to hammer it. I don't want to wreck the ends of it either. Might have to, this is my deburring tool, my knife. There we go. Excellent. Okay. Except, right, that one go. I need to put this ring back on. Do you have any needle file? I do actually. Kind of needle files. I do. In the garage, but in this case, it was just needed a bit of deburring. Okay. One, and then another one of these rings. And then the other one of these. Oh, please tell me I put them. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Put this on. Put the wrong one on. They're upside down. It's got to be this way, where the bridge is at the bottom. That's okay. It's got to go on anyway. Cheers to any of you that are sticking around watching this. Hopefully it'll be worth everyone's while when they get to see it. Not that I can stick my camera on it right now because we're watching through my camera. Isn't everything upside down? Yes, it feels like it. Okay, so that's the... Excellent. Now, next. Push. I don't know what push means. I have to push right on an angle to squeeze it in. Really? Doesn't feel like it has to push. Or do I have to get O-rings in there? Oh, I gotta get rings in here. That's why. Guess you avoid glued kits. Yeah, absolutely. And you makers have the impression that it's very popular there. With Aussies, I don't know. Yeah, but I think everywhere. Like, I get so many people in Germany buying my Reflow Master. Like, US is the biggest, but then Germany's the second. I don't think maybe, like, in Germany, it would be way more makers than in Australia. Ah, my coffee's still warm. Okay, so I need to get these washery things in. Okay, that wasn't too bad. And now I need to squeeze these through. If the washer's in the right spot. Okay, that's one. Not going to tighten it yet. I'm just going to get it started. Okay, and now, because I've got to get this one in. So these bits are quite clever as well. It's always nice when you build something and you don't have any parts left over. Hey Kevin, no, this is not for my pick and place. This is for my DSLR camera. Whoa, this is really tight, which is supposed to be. So is that it? That looks like it's it. So adjusting the tension, right? Oh, I don't need to adjust the tension yet. That's it. It's built. So the whole point of this is it can sit. Why is that not going in? Okay, I have to play with some of the tightenings, a little bit uneven. So it can sit flat like this, right? And this is now just a plate to stick the camera on. And I bought a whole bunch of these different converters. So these allow you to go like that, and now I can screw my normal camera plate into this, so I don't have to screw my, Anyway, so this is now just like a normal plate that can be used. But now what I can do though is I can, for instance, I could put this down. Let me just get it on an angle, and then it's got a lot of, like, it supports a lot of weight. And so I could do something like this, and a bit hard to see, but something like that, and I could have my camera on an angle pointing down over here, right? So, and as I said, like it supports a massive amount of weight. Actually, I don't want that there. I want that here. Sorry, got the wrong way around. So this will now fit into a tripod. So I can mount this on a tripod if I want to, and put my camera in a really weird angle if I wanted to, almost 90-degree down, depending on how far forward it is. So, like, I want to use stuff like this to get really close up when I'm using my microscope on a video, for instance, and I'm hand assembling a whole lot of SMD parts. I want to be able to get my camera and my DSLR really close to it, and using some of these types of stands, it's really bad. Like, there's not a lot of support and weight to them, and you can't get the camera really close. You can't point it down. You can't tilt the top of it, right? This allows me now to tilt my camera in all sorts of crazy ways. But I can now attach this to this, assuming that I started off the right way, and I can now, not that you can really see this on camera, I can now get my camera on a really nice angle and do some really nice moving shots, yes, with my hands. So how cool is that? That's, for me, super exciting. Yeah, here's a better angle of it. So we've got the wheels, and we've got the head, and it can be mounted, it's like really strong, and it can be mounted in all sorts of interesting angles for taking video. Now to make an unscaled Hot Wheel track. Unscaled? What do you mean by unscaled? I need to finish my existing project, Hot Wheels project. Can it also freeze its wheels? No, it can't. It's the wheels don't lock. But you got to remember, it's got a lot of weight to it. Hang on, let me get my scales. So my scales I use for packing. So can everyone? Oops, that's the wrong window. Try it again. Okay, so this weighs 580 grams. Plus, I don't know how much my camera weighs. It'd be quite a bit. I could unplug it and tell you, maybe. Everyone, hope you don't get sick. I'm gonna take my camera off, and you're gonna look at my chest. This weighs 570 grams. So, over a kilo. We're talking about over a kilo. What just happened with my zoom? So I think with over a kilo, it's going to hold it fairly still. You may need to put extra weight in the base. What did Andy say? What did I miss? Hey, J-Man. Upscale so you can run the camera. Oh, right, okay. That what you meant by Hot Wheels, right? I got it. Needs to sit on a perfect level surface. Yeah, well, all my surfaces are flat. All my bench tops are flat. I'd be worried about it sliding off the desk. No, it's not moving. Like it's. Oh, I can't really show you. Like it's. Hang on. God, am I making a mess everywhere? Let me just go back to here. So this is just with. So there's no camera on it, right? I mean, it's pretty. Like it's not. I can move it. Obviously, I can push it and move it, but it's. I think with the extra weight on it. I don't know. It feels pretty good, much better than I thought it would. It's very smooth, but it's maybe because I'm doing it on the mat. I don't know. Maybe with like if it was on a tougher surface like my desk, the wood, then it'd be different. But that I don't know. That actually feels really good. Maybe I'll do some tests with it today and post a quick video, like just a 1 minute video or 2 minute video on the channel later today, just with some different shots with it. I don't know. I need to play around with it a bit and get used to using it. But I don't know. It just feels kind of nice, solid. That wobbles a little bit more than I expected. Maybe this section here is not tight enough. Maybe I haven't tightened that. I'll have to play with that. But it's pretty cool. I'm quite impressed with it. Coffee. Yes, coffee. Might put a rolling resistance will be less with the camera on it. Yeah. What's the deal with the articulating wheel? Did I say that right? With the articulating wheel. There's no. What do you mean? There's no wheel. Articulating wheel. I'm not sure what you mean. There's a degree, like a thing inside that I can see what angle it's on to set it precise angle. Or do you mean the base? Hang on, maybe you mean this. You're talking about the base turning here? Is that what you're talking about? So obviously you can set rotations on it for steering. Yeah. So if you want to do a straight shot, you can do a straight shot, and there's some guides that show you here if it's lined up straight or not. Just there. So if you want it straight, you can just. I mean, there's 2 slots. I'm sure you could even, if you can lock that with something. I could even probably print a lock or something for that, but they're lined up now, so this is going straight. It seems to have quite a bit of friction, like in terms of for its movement. So like I'm pretty sure that I could get it to a certain rotation. Yeah, and that's not going to move out of that rotation. Like I need to give it quite a lot of force. So yeah, it's good. I just need to work out what this play is here. I think I just haven't got that tight enough. And that's to do with the top section, not the bottom section. It's to do with this here. Like maybe these tighten more. Maybe I left a piece out. Maybe there's supposed to be something in there that's with friction. I don't know. I don't think so. Did I miss a piece? Maybe I missed a piece. No, it doesn't look like it. I mean, it's only a tiny little bit we're talking about. Like it's like 0.5 mil of movement. I'm quite surprised. Maybe I can open it up and put something in there to give it a bit more friction. Is this a device people make upgrades for? I don't know. I've not seen any upgrades made for it. But possibly. I don't see why not. Why you couldn't. But these kits come obviously as is from Edelkrone. You just 3D print the bits you need. An IKEA stream? No, not really. Check your Z height on the printer. No, these are not print things. These are all these sections here are provided by them. I'm pretty sure that this is nothing to do with me 3D printing. That's okay. I'll do some research on that. Maybe it's supposed to be that way. I'll ask a few people that have got them, and they'll be able to let me know if it's supposed to be that way or not. Oh wow, interesting. Okay, so I got some news today, and I was told I can't say anything about it. But apparently, it's already been spilled by Autodesk. So I don't know if many of you know, but so Autodesk, their plan is to eventually, in some way, merge Fusion 360 and Eagle. I don't know what that's going to entail. But they'll still stay standalone products for a very long time. Maybe always, I don't know. But so Autodesk today announced that they've got a deal that from now on, if you buy a premium license of Eagle, then you get the full Fusion 360 with it as part of it. Or if you buy whatever the premium version is of Fusion 360, you then get the premium version of Eagle. So you pay once, like a subscription, but you pay once and you get both. You don't have to pay for them each individually, right? And so there was a lot of chatter online on Twitter about that's the premium, that's great, that's the $550 a year one. What about the $100 a year one, the standard license, which is still a paid license? Like I pay for the standard license of Eagle. What's the deal with that? And there was no chatter about it at all. And I was contacted offline. So, indigestion, talking while drinking, about what the deal is with that, and I was told I can't say anything about it, but now someone from Autodesk has actually commented about it. So it's the same deal. If you have the $100 a year license of Eagle, you'll get Fusion 360, whatever that level of Fusion 360 is, as part of it as well, and vice versa. If you don't let your $100 license lapse, I don't know in the future if they're going to have a $100 license of them anymore, so I don't know if that's happening or not. But if you've got a $100 subscription, then you get both for the $100, which is really cool. So, Fusion 360 was free for quite a while for startups and stuff, but it's an amazing application. My mail says your current Eagle subscription term will remain unaffected, and you'll have the option to renew your current price, €110,000. Oh, that's right. You do commas instead of decimal. Wow. In Australia, that's like 110,000. Anyway, I got an email about it, and I'm on the free one. Well, if you're on the free one, I don't know. I assume their free licenses aren't going anywhere. I'm not sure what's happening about that. It's a pretty great deal. Fusion is an amazing tool, and it's getting better and better all the time. And Eagle's getting better and better all the time as well. And I'm not starting an Eagle versus KiCad versus whatever discussion. We've had plenty of those. We don't need to go on to that one. But yeah, because I'm on a startup license for Fusion 360, and that expires at the end of this year, and I have to start paying for it. And this way I don't. Now I keep paying for Eagle, and I get Fusion as part of it, or vice versa. So one of my things on my list is to spend more time learning KiCad, because I think it's worthwhile always knowing more than one tool. Like if you have the time to learn more than one tool, you always should. But my focus is still staying in Eagle for the time being, as we've all said. As an AutoCAD user, I find Fusion 360 frustrating. Sure, it's a very different approach, right? AutoCAD is they're different building systems. Yep. See you, Rando. Catch you later. I know you can renew your startup free license, and I did that. This is my second renewal, but I don't know if they're doing that again at the end of this year. I don't know if they're going to keep doing free startup licenses. Not for people not renewing. We'll see. At the moment, renewing is still happening, but I have a feeling that in the future, a startup license will be a one-off, and then once that's expired, you won't be able to renew it again. See you, Alan. That's what I feel is going to happen. I don't know. I've got a lot of trepidation about Eagle and Fusion actually merging. I don't want to do my PCB design work in Fusion, even though Fusion's a great tool. But right now, the merging is the ability to be able to completely visualize your Eagle designs in Fusion, including components and everything, and be able to modify stuff, like even move traces around and stuff in Fusion, which is really cool. But I hope they keep a dedicated CAD tool for like PCB CAD tool. Tried Eagle and Fusion, but they're really tricky to use on a Mac trackpad. Well, I think, yeah. I mean, I love the Apple Magic Mouse, but I use a Logitech mouse because you need a middle mouse button for design tools, and it's not my belief is all design software, none of it's good on a trackpad or a Magic Mouse. Like, yeah, you need 3 buttons pretty much for all of them, and you need precise 3 buttons. So it took me a long time to make myself, like, I love the Magic Mouse because all the gestures you can do on it, it's amazing, it's really good. And I miss those gestures every day, but I still use a little Logitech Bluetooth mouse because you need the button. Yeah, if you look at what base Fusion 360 has, though, it's freaking amazing. Like, I don't know, like I get people don't like. Well, here we go. So it's not going to be rant time. It's not going to be like last week's rant. For those that saw it, I apologize now. Like, at the end of the day, like, what's the big deal? Like, I know people are anti-paying subscription for some software. Like, I understand it. But that's a mental thing. Like, it's a mental barrier. Like, back in the day, for instance, I'm not applauding Adobe at all, because Adobe have kept lifting their prices without offering any extra value, right? But when they started their subscription system, like, it was dirt cheap. It was $49 a month for me, and I got all of their software, right? Now, I used to pay, like, with my business, $1,200 or $1,500 for a license of Photoshop. And then I had to pay like $500 every 2 years to upgrade it. Like, it's not more expensive doing subscription. If anything, it's cheaper and it's much easier to manage your money. Like, subscription is not evil. It really isn't. Where subscription is evil is where you pay a fee and they keep upping the fee on you all the time, locking you in, but not giving you any extra value for it. And I got to say, like, the Eagle team, the Fusion team, they are not doing that. Like, they are putting features in so fast, it's crazy. They are giving added value all the time. They haven't upped their prices. They've offered free versions for learning. Like, I don't know, the whole mental barrier for subscription that a lot of people have, it's completely misguided. It really is. Yeah, it's like suggesting that people shouldn't get paid for their work. I don't know. I'm a hobbyist and spend more than my few sub a year on going out for meals. I'm more than happy to use software if it benefits me. To hospital, pay $50,000 a month for free software. Yeah, that's different. That's an extreme. Like, James, like, I'm not talking about that as in James Robinson. Like, at the end of the day, like, I pay $100 a year for my Fusion license. So for my Eagle license. That's it. $100 a year is all I'm paying. Right? Like, that is nothing. What does that give an employee? Like, how much do employees earn an hour? That doesn't even cover maybe 2 hours worth of one employee's time for the whole year. And look what I get out of it. You know what I mean? Like, they're not... Autodesk, at least for the Fusion and for the Eagle stuff, it's really reasonably priced for what you get. It really is. It agitates me. It really does. People who refuse to use it because it's subscription. Like they don't look at the software, they don't look at what it gives them, they don't look at what they get out of it, or how much potential either money they can make out of it, or how much time it can save them, or skills it gives them, or empowerment it gives them. They look at the barrier being, these people want me to keep paying money every year to use their software. They're locking me in, they're, that evil, and it's not. Like, it's not evil. It's would I pay $100 a month for it? I don't know, $1,200 a year? Yeah, I probably would. I'd pay, you know what? If Eagle wasn't subscription, would I have paid $1,200 for a license? Absolutely. Like, I use it every day. I design and build stuff. I design and make and sell commercial products with it. Like, can I get a free tool to do it in? Sure, but why? Why do I have to go free? What am I getting? What am I gaining by going free? If it takes me longer to learn and it doesn't kind of gel in my head the way I'm used to, and it takes me longer to do things, or it's got quirky bugs or whatever, why put myself through that just to save $100 a year? It doesn't make any sense. Right, hey, hello, Mr. Watts. I used to pay £800 for the Adobe Suite, and I was stuck with on version. That's right. And then when the upgrade came out, you had to pay an extra £500 to get the upgrade. And they would push upgrades out every year or every 18 months. And honestly, they used to figure around with the UI, right, to make it look different, but add very few features. Like, that was locked in. Like, I honestly, when I had my animation company, no joke, I worked it out one day. I had spent, over a 10-year period, I'd spent $290,000 with Adobe on software. Over 10 years, $290,000. Okay? Now, if even at the crazy rate that they're charging right now for their subscription, because it was $49.95 for me, it's now, I think, $120. That's gone up a lot, right? But even at $120 a month, per person, I used to have like 5 people that had the suite. So what's 5 times 120? Let's work this out. 5 times $120 a month is $600 a month, times 12 is $7,200 times 10. I would have paid $72,000 for 10 years of Adobe licenses. Instead, I paid $290,000, and I still have boxes in my garage on my shelf of Photoshop version 5 and Photoshop 6 and Photoshop 7 and Photoshop 8. Like, it's ridiculous. There's nothing wrong with subscription if it's done properly. If you're getting value for your money. It's as simple as that. Like software, it's not free to make. It takes time. And good software takes more time. And software that empowers you to be creative, yeah, it's just... And I get that not everyone can afford it. If you don't need the newer features, typically upgrade versions. Right, but how much did you pay for the version that you're happy to stay with? Like, you know what I mean? Like, at what point did you call things, do you go... Like, to pay for a version that you were happy with, and to pay $1,200 for it when you could have been paying $100 a year. Yeah. Anyway, it's. I know. Paul, to be fair, you can open 9.5 Eagle files in 7.7. Yeah, they've done a lot of effort to make it still as backward compatible as possible, to not change the file format too much, to make things like they've honestly done. Like, it feels weird for me to say it for Autodesk, because I think they've got a very bad track record when it comes to Max and Maya and all that stuff, like really, and Softimage and whatever, like the animation side of things. Forgetting about that, it's a very different team that are working on Fusion, and Eagle, and they've done an amazing job. They really have. You know, Turbo Pascal. I love Turbo Pascal. It's probably one of my favorite programming languages ever. Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I don't mean to be this a rant, and I'm not saying that everyone's entitled to their own opinion. They really are. But I feel like there's the barrier of subscription's evil comes up instantly before there's any other discussion on what the software is. Like, people will ignore things that are on subscription because they're on subscription. Like, they won't even look past that. I don't know. I don't just have the discs, David. I've got the boxes still. Wait here. I'm going to kill myself getting to it. Wow, I can't believe I'm doing this. And don't ask me why I've still got these. Look at this. This is on my shelf. This is one of about 30 boxes still on my shelf. I have chucked stuff out. This is the video collection. This cost me $1,800. $1,800 for Premiere Pro, After Effects, Encore DVD, and Audition. Right? And then, that was for one user. One user only, one license. And then I had to upgrade this. It was actually every year I had to upgrade this. And it was about $950 every year to upgrade it. Like, that is just... Look at this box. This is full of manuals. Here we go. I've not opened this in... Like, this is about 8 kilograms. I'm going to open it. I don't even know if it's ever been opened. Because I just needed... Look at this. It's never been opened. I never had to open it because the software upgrade was done online. Look at this. It's never been taken out of the box. Ever. That's my doorbell. Hang on. I don't know if Yaz is still here. 1 second. Sorry everyone, it was a courier. Big delivery, not for me though. What did I miss? No, it wasn't JLC PCB. I've got delivery coming tomorrow. Anyway, I can't believe. Look at this. Look at the manuals. Look at the manuals and the discs. Never. Oh, can you even see it? Like, this has never been opened. Can't get my camera angle right. Anyway. Like, this used to be such a waste of money. Like, whoever read these manuals? Why did I have to pay for them? I can't get it back in the box. Serves me right. So there you go. I'm quite glad. Sorry. I'm quite glad that those software days are over. Sell it? Sell it for what? You can't. Licenses aren't transferable. So about a year before Adobe introduced subscription, they stopped allowing licenses to be transferable. So you can't sell it. I think the initial change to subscription was when updates were few and far between. Look, there's definitely companies that are doing subscription badly, right? Like I think Unity, for instance, I never used their subscription. I always paid for perpetual licenses. I think Unity's subscription system is very badly done. Personally, doesn't worry me now because I don't use it anymore. I think Adobe started off in the right way, but got super greedy, whatever. Like every single renewal period for me, they kept upping my price. Like it's now almost 3 times what I was originally paying. I never read the manuals. I always assumed I knew what I was doing. No, but you go online and learn how to do stuff. You don't actually read the manuals. Like how many trees were killed in that process? Like, anyway, I've been swatted. No, I wasn't swatted. You could probably sell those. No, you can't sell them, unfortunately. Like, unless someone wants to just collect them. Like, what would I sell it for? You can't use it. You can't use the software. None of it will work on the current operating system. I don't even know what version that was. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So, yeah. Subs, I get it. Subscription, I get it. You know, there are certain companies I won't do subscription with. But having been a software developer my whole life, you know, games, animation, whatever, you know, I've always paid for my software. I think people who write software that empower me to be creative or productive should be rewarded for the time they put into it. Whether they're doing it as a hobby or whether they're doing it as a job, at the end of the day, we all want to get paid for the work we do. And so why do we avoid paying for things that can help us, that can empower us? Yeah, I think it's interesting. Software's always been one of those things that, you know, you try to pirate or you try to avoid buying. Yeah, but it's people's livelihoods. Before subscriptions, you could choose whether to update. Most users never get absolute need to upgrade unless original program was... Sure, but then what those companies used to do, Helmet, is you didn't upgrade for ages, and then when you did want to upgrade, it basically turned out to be the same price as buying it from scratch again. So you got penalised by not upgrading for too long. Or they introduced stuff like their maintenance program where you pay once and then you have to pay a maintenance every year to get your updates. And they lock you in that way. And then if you stop paying your maintenance for too long, you can't renew it again, and then you have to go and buy the next full version again, right? Like, there was plenty of scams before subscription when it came to tying people into software and paying a fortune for software. Like, you know, subscription's just a newer, different form of it for some companies, but it's also being done really well with some companies. Yeah, and I think Matt and his team at Autodesk, the Fusion and the Eagle teams, they're doing things right, in my mind. I just like every problem being made into a video, just plain text solution on a website. Okay, I'll stop making videos, Michael. No worries. Sorry. Didn't the original Eagle do that? I don't know. I only started using Eagle after Autodesk had it. I don't know if they did that. I mean, Altium does it still, which is crazy. They charge a fortune for the software and then lock you in on a kind of maintenance system for it as well. Yeah. Okay. Wow, that was a. I don't want to end all of my streams on rants, guys. Altium's 100, not Altium Designer. Or even if it is, whatever, that's nice. I'm not a student. I can't use it. And you also can't use it for commercial. And it also doesn't give you all the features, I don't believe. But anyway. Let's not do ranting anymore. Oh, this wasn't really much. It wasn't much of a rant as last week's. I rant so well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm a good ranter. I'm just, as I said last week, I'm just very opinionated. Have very clear views on some things, even to the point it doesn't matter if I'm right or wrong. It's my opinion. That's it. I don't know. Maybe I've got too much spare time to think about stuff like this. I used to pay $12,000 a year to turn PDFs into interactive Flash program. Stuff moves on. I think we're in a fairly good place with software cost at the moment. I think we are. I think software has come a long way. A lot more people making software. A lot more people writing some really cool software. I mean, it's one of the things, I've got to be honest, I'm starting a Mac PC thing, Mac Windows thing. One of the things that there's always been a great thing about the Mac is the stacks of software developers that wrote really good software for the Mac, like small bits of software where you could, buy for a utility, a really cool utility that did XYZ for $20. Like that whole ecosystem only started recently with Windows. There used to be a lot of companies writing Windows software, expensive software, but there was very rarely any like one-man or two-man teams doing small tools. And the Mac ecosystem's always had that, and it's really excelled at an amazing. Like, there's always been amazing software available for the Mac, third-party software available for the Mac. I'm not talking about big commercial software. I'm talking about stuff like like for those that know, like Alfred and things like that. So yeah, I think we're in a great place when it comes to software these days compared to where we used to be. No, we're not going to go for Mac versus Windows. We're not doing that. I didn't mean guides for holding up. I know what you mean, Michael. I was just joking. That's okay. See, it's funny. Like, some people like reading stuff. I hate reading. I would much prefer watch a video about something than read about it. But some people want to read. Like, it's, different horses for different courses. That's fine. That's why I was never great at school, because I couldn't read textbooks. I couldn't do theory that way. I had to do practical. Helmet, I have paid lots to Adobe, Autodesk, Zukin. Don't know who Zukin is. Now many very good open source applications exist. Yeah, and there's a lot of great open source. I'm not saying you shouldn't be using open source. Like, I'm not saying go and pay for software when you don't have to. But don't not pay for the software that you really want to be using anyway. Like, don't settle for something that isn't what you want to be using just because you don't want to pay for the software. I think that's the problem. Choice is good, but choosing something based on its price, not what it gives you, is bad for me. Anyway, that's what I think. What? $80,000 for the compiler for each project, a license for safety critical software. Wow, we're talking about step-by-step solution, like installing some complex stuff in Ubuntu. Oh, absolutely. If it's here's a bunch of commands that you need to enter to do something or whatever, or steps, then yeah, written is fine. I'm not going to watch a video to sit there and type something in that someone's telling me to type in. No, I get that. But just in general, like even news, like I'd rather watch a 5-minute this is the latest tech news video than read stuff in a browser, because I get distracted too easily. I'd rather the concise version, assuming it's concise. Maybe I'll do hey Bruce, maybe I'll do a new, like a separate stream, just rant with Sion. We could do a Wednesday maker stream and maybe a Friday rant with Sion. I can just rant about the whole week. I tell you what, some of you already know, so it's only like 8 days into January and JLC PCB have already messed one of my orders up and have remade it. They remade it for me and it's been shipped and I should have it on Friday. But they already botched up. They botched up my one thing in my first order of the year already. I think I'd run out of things to rant about, Ian. That's the thing. Or I'd just really alienate everyone. Like, I don't know. As I said, I've got a lot of opinions. I've got 50 years worth of opinions, and most of them are just... Anyway. Johnny wants to co-host it. We could do that. We could do... Oh, that'd be really interesting. How about a Every stream, I have a different co-host. What do you think? Bruce gets all his news from Facebook, so you know nothing. You know nothing that's true. Haha. Yeah, like I don't know. Maybe on my, you know what? Everyone knows I've got a second channel, right? Which I don't use. That I used to put my game stuff on there. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll start doing rants on my other channel. Nah, I don't know. I find it hard enough just to do stuff on this channel right now. I'm finding it hard to really get back into the swing of things this year. Bruce was skiing. Wow, I'm jealous. I am jealous. So I want to just before we wind this up, I want to show you guys a channel that some of you might not know about that I love, and I highly recommend you all subscribing to. It's mostly Mac stuff, but it's not Mac stuff, so just bear with me. So I'm going to post it in here, and then I'll go to it. So this is the link. What about your idea for a new Reflow Master? Yeah, what about it? The one I spoke about on MakerCast? So this is... Sorry, I got chat. Lots of chats on the screen now. So you need to go check out Peter Paul Chato's channel if you haven't already. So he's a funny guy. He's a writer. He's a really, really funny guy. And he has this series he does, which is RBF, Random Brain Farts. And it's just hilarious. Like, he just really is really clever writing. He does some Hackintosh stuff and some Mac stuff. And, like, he did this spoof on a new Mac Pro desk, which is pretty funny. Like, he's just, I don't know, he's really, really good. I highly recommend it. He doesn't need me promoting his channel. He's obviously got way more subs than I do. But, yeah, if you guys want just a good laugh and a lot of, like, piss-taking and stuff, I couldn't recommend it enough. It's really good. Yeah. He did one video recently. I got to find it. It was really funny. He did a three-way phone call with him, Tim Cook, and Johnny Ive. You know, I gotta find it. It was really, really good. Don't know why YouTube only marks some of them as viewed. It's really annoying. Where is it? Here, this one. The Johnny Ive and Tim Cook call. You gotta watch this. It's hilarious. He's really funny. No, he's not like Rossman at all. No, he's not a anti-Apple guy at all. He's just funny. He yeah. Just watch some of his videos. I highly recommend him. No, he's not. He doesn't rant. He's not a ranting guy. Not a ranter. He's just funny. He's clever. He's a very clever writer. And yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I can't take Rossman's ranting anymore. No. It's just too much. Like, I'm not saying his writer is wrong about his stuff, but it's just enough already. Just too much. Like, move on. I mean, it's how he drums up his business, I guess. It's just his marketing. That's fine. But I can't take it anymore. I find it really hard. Like, I get he's had a lot of dramas with trying to get his new shop set up and outfitted and whatever, but, you know, like recording his conversation with the builder without the builder knowing he was doing it, to catch the builder out in a lie so he could share it with stuff. Like, enough already. Just, yeah, I don't know. It's like he goes out of his way now to find issues to just bitch about. But whatever. Yeah, he makes drama. It's drama for the sake of drama now, I think. But look, he's doing well on his channel. I guess he's almost up to 1 million subs, I think. Or something like that. Crazy. Yeah, look, I don't think I'm going to do an unexpected rant on Fridays. But we'll see. You never know. You never, ever know. But I think for today, I'm going to wind this up. So I was supposed to record a video I'll start recording a project that I started, the one I mentioned on MakerCast that I started working on last year. I've got everything ready to start recording now, finally. And I was supposed to do it yesterday, and instead I went out and bought some shoes. New shoes! Yay! So I have to start today. I have to, start recording this video. I was hoping to get it out by Friday, but I don't think it's going to happen. Hey, thank you, Christopher. Really appreciate that. Although I have no idea what currency NOK is, and I've already asked that. Have I seen NOK before? I don't know. I have no idea how much that is, but thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Very generous of you. Unexpected shoes. Well, I wore my other shoes out. Like, water came in on the bottom. There was just holes in it, right? So, like Yaz actually took, like I wore them to the shop. I wore these ones out, and then I threw mine out in the bin, and Yaz took a photo of them before I put them in the bin. Like, they had massive holes on the bottom. It's going to show us my Crocs. No, I don't wear Crocs. Norwegian krone. $9. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it, Christopher. Norwegian krone. Sounds like a beer. Krone. First episode would have the author from Literally Awesome on the rant channel. Oh, you don't want to get Yaz started ranting. Wow. She puts me to shame when it comes to ranting. No, not really. 673 Japanese yen. Okay. Thanks, James. I'll keep that in mind when I'm going to Japan next. Should be sure. Anyway, so I got videos to record today. So unless there's any other... Has anyone got any questions or anything? Happy to answer. Otherwise, yeah, we should... Am I going to Japan? Not anytime soon. I'd like to. I've only ever been to Japan twice, and both of them were stopovers. So it wasn't actually a proper Japan trip. I'd love to, but I don't think my kids would be interested in going to Japan. Definitely not the stuff I'd be interested in going to see. So I'd love to do the indoor skiing, though. It looks amazing. Do you plan to sell some of your 3D printed designs? Which ones? Sell them? I generally just release the files for them once they're done. Which ones do you have in mind? Are you talking about, Ross? Sorry, I didn't catch the whole stream. That's okay, Mr. Watts. There's no requirement for you to catch any of the stream. No fires in my area, no. But as I mentioned at the start of the stream, it's been quite smoky here. Like the wind's been bringing the smoke this way and been quite stinky. Like the parts sorter. Probably not going to sell them because I'm going to, like, as in the 3D printed bits, because I don't want to have to print them for people. Like, there's no money in printing 3D stuff. If I really looked at what it cost me to print them, to be able to ship them, just in time, and the fact that my printer's tied up and stuff, they wouldn't be affordable for anyone. But I've got a redesign of that in the works. So when I've got that finished, I do plan on releasing all the files so people can make their own. I've got some other, like my ad hoc feeder stuff. I've got that being redesigned at the moment, and I'll release those. So I'm happy to release files so people can make their own, but I don't really feel like printing them for people. I contacted you on Instagram a few days ago. Instagram's not the great place to contact me. If you want to contact me, do it via my unexpectedmaker.com contact page or on Discord. Facebook's not a good place. Instagram, not if you want to chat with me. I don't spend my time looking through them. Like sometimes I post and sometimes I don't, but I don't really spend time on there, if that makes sense. Did you meet Dave Jones when he was in Melbourne? No, I did not. He has no idea who I am. He didn't give me a call. Didn't say he was coming. What's the quick connectors for? The quick connectors are to go on a board. A board that I haven't shown anyone yet, and I will when I make one. I have them here. Haven't made one yet. I have to decide if I'm going to make one on a stream or if I'm going to make one in a video. Yeah, I don't know. It might make a good video, it might not. But it's a board that... something I haven't announced yet. We had a really freaky dark red-orange day in Auckland. in the weekend with all the Aussie fire smoke blowing. Yeah, it's been really severe winds, and it's been causing havoc for the firefighters, and it's also been bringing all the smoke and smell our way. Yeah, a couple of days ago it was so thick, I couldn't see more than maybe 500 meters down the road. It was just like the really thick fog. It was pretty bad, and it stank. Like, just had to close all the doors and windows in the house to not let it come into the house. Don't say we don't give you anything other than the Bledisloe. Very funny. You can even see it. What? You can see the smoke in Chile. Chris said he'll get twice as fat if he visits Japan. I don't know. I didn't eat a lot when I was in China. I love Japanese food. I eat a lot of Japanese food, but generally not the type of stuff that gets you fat. It's not really carb heavy. There's only so much rice you can eat, I think. Any other questions? Are you going to play cars all morning? No, I'm probably not even going to use this for this video. Or maybe I think I might use this for a close-up. There's a build portion I need to do for it. It's going to be a very hard video to record and to do it in a concise way, and then showcase what the actual end product is. But I'm not looking forward to making the video and editing it, but I'm looking forward to having it finished and showing you what it was that I started working on almost 12 months ago. Yeah. I don't drink sake, so yeah, that wouldn't be a problem. I saw it in an article. Okay, cool. No, I believe you that they can see it from there. Yeah, it's pretty massive bushfires. Massive. Okay then, well, I think I'm going to wind this up. Thank you so much for joining. It's been great to have you here. Thanks for your help in putting these together. And if you didn't find it overly interesting, I'm sorry. There's no electronics this week, but these are cool. I think they're really cool, and I'm looking forward to using them in some of my video production. So you'll get to see some nicer videos maybe, or not, I don't know. And yeah, I'm just thinking, no. And yeah, don't forget, if you want to grab one of my Wi-Fi clocks, there's only 6 left. And my laser display, my 14 segment displays, there's only, I don't know, there's a few left. I think 28, 27. I think there's only 27 left. And then they're done, gone, not making any more. So, although the PCBs are obviously open source, and the code is open source, but the laser cutting stuff, you'd have to laser cut it yourself. Good luck with that. So yeah, if you want one or a few, grab them before they're all gone. And that's it. Yeah, thanks. Oh, by the way, I've got a Patreon, apparently, for those that don't know. See, I'm going to promote myself more, and if you don't like it, sorry, got to do it. I have a Patreon. If you want to back me on Patreon, please back me on 11:05. Wow, that really took off. Yay, Embedded Hobbyist. Was that 11:05 or is that 105? I think you meant 105. I was going to say, what? You got 1,000 subs? Yeah. Okay. Smash the like button. Yeah, cool. Thank you all. Hopefully I'll have a video coming out on Friday. It probably won't be the big one, but it'll be something. And yeah, I'll catch you all later. Bye. Thanks. Have a great night and a great day. If you're back at work already, I'm very sorry. And if you're not, enjoy the rest of your holidays. Into live screen video details each time. I think it is. It's in the bottom of the details. The Patreon and stuff should all be there. Hey Ben, I didn't know you were here. Hi. Bye. Okay. I now have an end stream button. Catch you later. Yeah, the Tindy stuff there's too. All the links are there. Look in the description. It should all be there. Okay, catch ya.